Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are pre-sprouting some corn. So I have this St. Bridget anemone mix, pink ranunculus, salmon ranunculus, pastel mix ranunculus, which is yellow, white, and pink, and then cafe ranunculus. So to begin, I am just writing out some labels of the different varieties, and as you can see, I already added some into the bowls. So I'm adding them into the bowls because I'm going to be soaking the corms for at least 4 hours. It's important once you receive them, they're almost dehydrated in a sense, and then you're just going to rehydrate them by adding water. I know some people say to use an aerator to add little bubbles and oxygen into the water, but I've never done that. After that, I'm going to put these bowls aside, like I said, to soak for at least 4 hours, and I'm just going to clean up because we are going to start making some homemade lemonade. I am adding 1 cup of water and 1 cup of granulated sugar to a saucepan, and I am just going to put it on the stove and heat it just until the sugar dissolves. So as this is heating up on the stove, I'm gonna gather my lemons. These are lemons all the way from Arizona that my brother-in-law mailed to us, and they are the best lemons I've ever had. I'm getting my juicer. You don't have to have a juicer. You can squeeze it by hand. By this point, the sugar had fully dissolved, so I'm just gonna turn off the heat and let it cool down while we juice our lemons. So I had my son helping me, just cutting open the lemon. They smelled so fresh, so amazing, and we are just going to begin juicing. So I'm giving that job to my son, Josiah, and while he is juicing it, I'm going to start the next step. So I just grabbed a water pitcher, and I'm trying to add 4 cups of water here, and I spilled probably close to 1 whole cup. Then I thought I would grab a different measuring cup and try that. So I'm trying to add another 3 cups, and I spilled so much water. So the recipe calls for 7 cups of water. I think I maybe only got 6 cups of water in there, but it was perfect. I'm transferring it to a different container because I realized I didn't have enough room in the first water pitcher. And then I am adding the simple syrup into the measuring cup and quickly pouring it in. And I was so thankful I didn't spill any of that. So I'm going to just stir that in. So my other son decided that he wanted to help as well. So I'm letting him juice that lemon. And then I am actually pouring it through a sieve. I didn't want any pulp in my lemon juice. You could keep the pulp if you wanted, but I decided not to. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups of lemon juice. We didn't quite have enough, so I juiced a couple oranges as well, which made it taste very, very good. I really liked it, actually. I think I would make it with the orange juice all the time. So it was about 1 cup lemon juice, 1/2 cup of orange juice, and we poured it in. And when I say there was no room left, there was no room left. Gave some to my boys to try. I needed to ladle out some of the lemonade so I could add the last little bit of lemon and orange juice. And as you can see, my sons loved it. It was so delicious. the ranunculus. It's been about 5 hours at this point, and I love using old fruit trays. I know I've talked about it in so many videos. I just save all the strawberry containers, and that's what we are using. So I put soil in some, and I used a plastic knife to divide off some of the bigger containers, and this is what it looks like after soaking. So you can see on the left, the dried ranunculus corm turns into the one on the right. It gets nice and plump and hydrated. So I'm adding it into just straight potting mix. The legs of the corms go down, if that makes sense, and then the more pointed side goes up. Now I'm just covering it with some potting soil. This soil was pretty damp already, so I didn't water them in more. If your soil is completely dry, I would moisten it a little bit, but you don't want it too wet as the corms will rot. Then I am putting them on top of my grow lights. They don't need any light at the moment, so they're just gonna chill out there. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.